going on, Coding family? What is the deal, y'all? We made it to Friday. That's sad that we work all week to make it to Friday. But it's true and it's real and it's reality. Because once Friday comes, it's like we can relax. We know that Monday is coming, but Friday and Saturday, so restful and so peaceful. Okay, come on now. So today we back again, y'all. We talking about the top maybe 7 to 10 things that I wish I would have known trying to become a medical coder. And so forgive me if I look down. I'm just making sure that I say everything I need to say. But I think that this is something that needed to be talked about. It was my journey. It wasn't anybody else's journey, but it was mine. And I just kind of want to talk about it. So let's get into it. The first thing I would have done is I would have stopped complaining. I said it. Stopped complaining. It was like I would fail the exam and then go to work and complain with my coworker. And nobody knew I was taking the exam, or nobody had known how many times I had taken it. But I would come to work and I would complain. And what I heard in my head is that if you complain, you will remain. And I truly, truly believe that now at this point in my life. There are some people you will not be able to take with you along the way. And that's true to form, even for me. But what I realize is that some people will never go any further than where they are today. Some people will get stuck in that stage of complaining, and they will stay at that job for the next 20 years and retire and wonder, where did life go? And I had to make a choice to stop complaining. So I did. I stopped. That was it. No more. So that would be my number one thing. Number two is I would plan to spend money. So with AAPC alone, taking the exam over and over and over again, buying test material, just getting books alone, all of these expenses totaled up to $2,700 that I had spent. And that did not include the the class that I had to take to be taught how to code medically. So I took the class twice. That was $3,000. And with buying the material from AAPC to be able to study the study guide, you got to have the books. I took the practice test. I made sure that, I had that available to be able to study effectively. And so I spent $2,700 over there. And what I can say about that, because I know some of y'all are spending money, I felt like today I should have been grateful for the money that I was able to spend. Even if I didn't have it or I had to borrow it, I still would have been grateful, because that means God provided. So it was kind of like, what was my heart posture when I look back at those things? Be grateful for being able to buy books. Be grateful for being able to purchase a test. Be grateful. Some people can't even do that. So be grateful, for the things that you're able to do. If you have electricity, be grateful. Some people don't have that. So that would be my number two thing, is just to be grateful for the material that I was able to buy and the classes I was able to take. And I set up a payment plan, a payment plan to pay off my courses. So it was a blessing now that I look back at it. So there again, be grateful. Number three, CEUs, these continuing education units, y'all. I knew nothing about it. Once I took the exam, I thought that was it. I don't have to take any more practice tests. I don't have to do anything else as far as testing, reading. All I need to do is be a medical coder. And that was a lie from the pit of hell. Yeah, we got to get these CEUs in. Luckily, AAPC offers low-cost CEUs on the website, so you can read and test and look at seminars and get your CEUs. You can also be involved in a community of coders where you come on as a group and you listen to who's ever leading that day, and you can get some CEU points. So they make it pretty easy for you to get those CEUs. I have to have 36 CEUs. So yeah. And number 4, these yearly dues, y'all. These dues. $222 I have to pay. Now, the job that I had previously before I came to work with the government, the job I previously had, they were paying my yearly dues, which was absolutely amazing. But the government don't pay my yearly dues. So y'all be sure to ask on the job that you get or wherever you are, do you pay the yearly dues? Because some people actually do pay the yearly dues. And so that is it's very helpful, something that you don't have to remember, because if you don't keep up these yearly dues, you could possibly lose your certification. And that's not something that you want to do. And I know nobody wants to take this exam again. Once you take it one time and pass, that's it. I've known people to let their certification go and just be like, I don't need it. I don't know who that was, but I know for Tiffany, she need to keep these CEUs up and these yearly dues, even if I have to pay out of pocket. But it would be nice for the job to provide it, but they don't. It's okay. It's really okay. That was number 4. Number 5, y'all. Rushing and having anxiety trying to take this exam. I feel like at times I rushed myself to try to understand the material. I feel like at times I had anxiety, and it wasn't anybody else's fault, but it was like a pressure inside of me saying, you need to do this. You need to do this now. You need to do it now. And it was me. It wasn't him. So if I would have taken the time to study the material and the things that I didn't understand, I would get with a mentor or get with somebody who has a certification and ask them to help me. But instead, I rushed 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times to only fail those many times. And I feel like a part of it was me. I really do feel that way. So when you think about taking the exam, ask yourself the question, are you ready? Are you ready to take the exam? We all fall down, but we get up again. But it was hard for me, falling 3 times and then having to get up again a 4th time and a 5th time and a 6th time. It got harder. It got harder. And complaining didn't help that either. And sometimes I think, like, what was my heart posture when I was going through these mountains and valleys and things of that nature? I feel like I had a lot of resentment for myself. Like, I didn't trust me, right? And so over that period of time, I began to really look at myself, not everybody else. I looked at myself and began to do a self-evaluation on what is my heart posture. Do I have unforgiveness in my heart? Am I complaining? And I'm saying I'm trusting God, but I'm over here complaining. I was doing it. And I was failing. Until I stopped. I stopped complaining and I started trusting. So anyway, number six, having a CPC opened doors for me to be able to code in various specialties. Do you ask me what I code today? I first started out as an orthopedic coder. Now I code cardiovascular, I code neurology, I code, let's see, what else? Oncology. I code inpatient and outpatient. I can do appeals. I call the insurance company. I am out there in them streets doing it all. But having a CPC opened the door for me to be able to code inpatient and outpatient due to where I worked and due to my position. So don't feel like you have to automatically get 4 or 5 certifications, but try to work your way through the company and get those resources from your manager. Let your manager know, I want to learn it all. And if you can teach me, hey, I'm here for it. And that's exactly what I did. Was it hard? Yes. Did I fail a couple of times? Yes. But I learned a lot through the tears and just through the tough times of trying to learn how to code. When we first start coding, nobody knows what they're doing. Just FYI. If you know what you was doing, I mean, kudos to you. But a lot of people I talked to, they didn't know what they was doing. Baby, they just threw you out in them streets. But you learn. I learned through criticism. I learned from getting dinged a lot. I learned. So that is key. Go ahead. And if you got to go through it and it's hard, bet. Continue to learn. It helps. Trust me. Because you can throw that on the resume and let that money come. Okay. Number 7. The last one. All the rough places. Everything I went through. Being broke. Not being able to get on the bus. Having $7 in my account. Just financially struggling. Mentally just struggling, having anxiety at times, trying to trust God in the midst of everything that I was going through. Y'all, I will tell y'all this, number 7, is that He saw everything and He sees everything you're going through. And when you get up, He sees it. And there was recompense for everything. When I say everything I went through, everything. He blessed me in front of my enemies. When I'm telling you the truth. So anything that you're going through today is hard. It's a struggle. I mean, you kicking against the bricks. I understand. But know that He sees you. And when that day of recompense comes, trust me, He gonna blow your mind. Oh, mind blown, baby, because I can't tell y'all how much I struggled. Everything was going on. It was chaotic. Everything was going on. But I got up again, and that is the key. When you fall down, you get up again. You do not lay there. If you can look up, you can get up. Keep your eyes focused. If you fail, get up again. If you fail, get up again. But you make sure that you get up because you can look up. And somebody up there sees you. And your day of recompense, He gonna level the playing ground. He gonna level them mountains. And you're gonna be on the other side. It's all about the climb. It's all about the climb. All right, y'all. This is From Broken to Blessed. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.